Kindergarten Rocks channel here. Today's book is called Junie B Jones and the Stupid Smelly Bus. Chapter 3, The Stupid Smelly Bus. The bus wasn't like my daddy's car at all. It was very big inside, and the seats didn't have any cloth on them. The little curly girl was sitting near the front, and so I tapped on her. "Guess what?" I said. "Mother said for me to sit here." No, she said. "I'm saving the seat for my best friend, Mary Ruth Marble." Then she put her little white purse on the place where I'm going to sit. And so I made a face at her. "Hurry up and find a seat, young lady," said Mr. Wu. And so I quickly sat down across from the curly mean girl, and Mr. Wu shut the door. It wasn't a regular kind of door through it folded in half, and when it closes, it makes a wishly sound. Sorry. "I don't like this kind of door. If it closes on you by accident, it will cut you in half, and you will make a squashy sound." The bus made a big roar. Then a big puff of black smelly smoke came out of the back end of it. It's called bus breath, I think. Mr. Wu drove for a while. Then the brakes made that loud screeching noise again. I covered my ears and I couldn't get inside my head, cause if loud screeching noises get inside your head, you might have to take an aspirin. I saw that on a TV commercial. Then the bus door opened again, and a dad and a boy with a grouchy face got on. The dad smiled, then he plopped the grouchy boy right next to me. "This is Jim," he said. "I'm afraid Jim isn't too happy this afternoon." The daddy kisses the boy goodbye, but the boy whispered off his check. Jim had on his backpack. It was blue. I love backpacks. I wish I had one of my very own. One time I found a red one in a trash can, but it had a little bit of gushy on it, and Mother said no. Jim's backpack had a lot of zippers. I touched even one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, I counted. Then I unzipped one. "Hey, dude!" yelled Jim. He zipped it right up again. Then he moved to the seat in the front of me. "I hate that, Jim." After that, the bus kept stopping and starting, and lots of kids kept getting on and some of them were, after that, the bus kept stopping and starting. A lot of kids kept getting on. Loud kids. And some of them were even the kind who looked like meanies. Then the bus began getting very noisy and hot inside, and the sun kept shining down on my freezing hot sweater. And here's another hot thing. I couldn't roll down my window because it didn't have a handle. So I just kept on getting hotter and hotter, and it smelled in the bus too. The bus smelled like an egg salad sandwich. "I want to get off here," I said out loud, but nobody heard me. I hated in the stupid smelly bus. Then my eyes got a little bit wet. It wasn't crying through because I'm not a baby, that's why. After that, my nose started running. Only the bus didn't have a glove compartment, which is where you keep the travel tissue, of course. And so I had to wipe my nose on my fuzzy pink sweater sleeve. Then I stayed on the bus for about an hour or 3, until finally I saw a flagpole in a playground. That meant we were at kindergarten. Then Mr. Wu drove the bus into the parking lot and stopped. I jumped out very fast because all I wanted to do was get off the stupid smelly thing. Only guess what? That Jim pushed right in front of me, and the curly mean girl did too. And the people started squishing me real tight, and so I pushed them away, and they pushed me right back. And then when I fell down and a big footstep on my skirt that looked like velvet. "Stop it!" I yelled. Then Miss Wu hollered, "Hey, hey, hey!" And he picked me up and helped me off the bus. Mrs. was waiting for me just like Mother said. "Hey, hi, I'm glad to see you," she called. Then I ran over to her and I showed her the big footprints on my skirt that looked like velvet. Yeah, only look what happened. I got stepped on and so now I'm solid. Mrs. brushed it. "Don't worry, Junie," she said. "It'll come off." After that, I just folded my arms and made a frown, 'cause guess what? She forgot my B again. Chapter 4. Me and Lucy and some other kids. Some of the other bus kids turned out to be in my class too. One of them was that Jim. That Jim I hate. Mrs. made us line up. Then we found her to our room. Its name is Room 9. There were other kids waiting by the door when Mrs. unlocked it. Everyone squeezed in all at once. That Jim stepped on my new shoe. He made a scratch mark on my skinny toe. The kind of scratch that licking won't fix. "Hey, watch it, you dumb Jim!" I hollered at him. Mrs. bent down next to me. "Let's try to use our quiet voices while we're in school," she said. I nodded nicely. "I hate that Jim," I said in my quiet voice. After that, Mrs. clapped her hands together very loud. "I want everyone to find a chair and sit down as fast as you can," she said. Then when I ran to the table with the red chair, only guess what? There was already someone sitting there, a girl with little red fingernails. And so I tapped on her and said, "I would like to sit there, I think." "No," she said, "I am." "Yeah, only I already picked the chair out," I told her. "Ask my mother if you don't believe me." But the girl just shook her hands no. And then Mrs. clapped her hands loud again and said, "Please find a seat." And so then I had to quickly sit down in a stupid yellow chair, the same stupid color as the stupid yellow bus. After that, Mrs. walked to the big closet in the back of the room. It's called the supply closet. She got out boxes of new pointy crazy ones and some white circles. Then she passed them out and we had to print our names on the circles and pin them to our fronts. It was our first work. "If you need some help spelling your name, raise your hand," said Mrs. I raised my hand. "I don't need help," I told her. "Grandma Miller says I paint beautifully. I use red, but then a mistake happened. I made my Junie too big, and there wasn't any room left for my B, and so I had to squish it very tiny at the bottom." "I hate this stupid dumb circle," I hollered. Mrs. made a sound and gave me a new one. "Thank you," I said nicely. Grandma Miller said I print beautifully. The girl with the little red fingernails was faster than me. She showed me her circle and pointed to her letters. Luciille. "That spells Lucy," she said. Oops. "I like the name of Lucy," I said, "'cause guess why? Seals are my favorite animals, that's why." Then Mrs. passed out drawing papers, and when he drew of our family, Mrs. put a happy face sticker on mine. It was very good, except I made my father too tiny, and Mother's hair looked like sticks. After that, Mrs. took her class on a walk around the school. Everyone had to find a buddy to walk with. My buddy was Lucy. We held hands. The boy I can beat up was right in front of us. His buddy was that Jim I hate. The first place we walked to is called the Media Center. My mom calls it a library. It's where the books, and guess what? Books are my favorite things in the whole wide world. "Hey, there's a giant of them in there," I hollered. freezing very excitedly. I think I love this place. The librarian bit down next to me. She said to use my quiet voice. Yeah, oh, and guess what? Right now, I just like that kind of book with pictures. My mother says when I get big, I'm going to like this kind with just words. And also steely tomatoes. The boy I can beat up said, shh. I made a fist at him. Then he turned around. After that, we went to the cafeteria. The cafeteria is where kids eat lunch, except not when you're in kindergarten. I said, it smells yummy here, just like pesky and meatballs. Then that Jim turned around and held his nose. Pew! Pew! I smelled you, he said. Lucy laughed very hard, and so I stopped holding her hands. The next place we went to was the nurse's office. It was very cute in that place. There are 2 little beds where you get to lie down and 2 little blankets that are the color of plaid. Our nurse doesn't look like a nurse. She doesn't wear white clothes and white shoes. Our nurse is just a regular color. Lucy raised her hands. My brother said that last year he came here and you let him take off his shoes and he got a drink of water and just his socks. That Jim turned around again. Pew! I smell your feet, he said to Lucy. This time Lucy stuck out her tongue at me. After that we held hands again. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed chapters 3 and 4 of Junie B Jones and the Stupid Smelly Bus. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.